What is up, budgeting best friends and family? My name is Shirria. This is the Shirria Mag channel where I am documenting my six-figure debt-free journey as an entrepreneurial licensed clinical social worker with a virtual private practice, also working a part-time job. Along with my husband, who is a welder, together we have a combined income of about $115,000 per year. We are a family of 7, 2 adult children, 2 seniors in high school, 1 fifth grader. And we are documenting our debt-free journey, our six-figure debt-free journey with you guys here in the form of monthly budgets to track our spending, weekly budgets to also track our spending, and debt updates to track our progress. The purpose of sharing our six-figure journey is for information and inspiration, and if that seems like something you are interested in, be sure to hit that follow button and make sure you turn on the notification bell so that you can be notified every single time I upload a video. I try to upload every Sunday and Wednesday, so 2 times per week. Today's video is January week 4's budget, and we will jump right into it. All right, so this budget starts on January, wrong one. This budget starts January the 18th, which is a Thursday, and it goes to January the 24th, which is a Wednesday. Our pay periods go from Thursday to Wednesday, as my husband is paid on Thursdays. I am paid on Fridays weekly, and then I'm paid from my part-time job bi-weekly. So the planned income for this week was the routine $1,700, $800 from my husband's income, and $900 from moi. And he actually earned $833.84, and I earned $933.68, which brought our actual income to $1,767.52. When we go over to savings, we had a planned savings of $275. Same $50 to my high yield savings account, $50 to my husband's savings account, $25 to Christmas 2024, $10 to my son, $50 to my daughter who is in college, and my husband recently asked to set up a Valentine's Day sinking fund in the amount of $80. So $80 went towards Valentine's Day. That brought our planned, our actual savings to $265. Going over to bills. In the bills category, we had bills of Wells Fargo home mortgage, which are weekly installments of $275.12, and we actually paid $275.12. Foremost, which is our investment properties home insurance at $97.78, and $97.78 is what we paid. And then my husband, my bonus child's child support was $100. He only got $40 of that $100 because he owed my husband $60. So we had planned $472.90 in bills, and we actually paid $412.90 in bills. Moving over to expenses. We had $150 planned for our weekly grocery budget, and we only spent $46.36. Gas, we had planned $120, and we only spent $99.86. Beauty maintenance, we planned $25, and I spent $10.66. And this was not even on facial wax, which I'm definitely due for. This was for my edge control to, lay my edges. Anyhow, boys hair, we budgeted $50, spent $0. Toiletries, $0. Household, $0. Fast food, we budgeted $50, we spent $90.51. Getting very lazy with cooking. Date night, we budgeted $0. We spent $29.21. I don't recall going on a date, so I wonder where this is from. Oh, we went to the movies. My bad. And then $80 for a miscellaneous, and we spent $157.39. Tithe, we put $100, and we actually tithe $176. So Our expenses were planned at $675, and even though we went over in a few categories, we still only spent $609.99. So that is good to see. We move over to weekly debt, and this week's debt was $51.17 on my PayPal, and $51.17 is what I paid. We do have balances on our PayPal cards. The debt plan that we have, the snowball method for our debt elimination or our debt-free journey, lists us getting out of our PayPal debt. Mine both actually in the month of March. But if you have been following me since the very beginning, you know that we are not paying off our PayPal balances in full. We are only paying the accrual, the special finance payments to avoid interest. So, $51.17 was not actually the payment for January. It was actually $35, but actually it was $0. But for the month of February, I have $251.17 of interest accruing purchases or special finance. So I went ahead and paid $51.17, leaving a balance of $200 that needs to be paid by February 19th. And then the Citi card, which is the card we did a balance transfer on, that payment was $50.60, and $50.60 is what we paid. The only other debt for this week was the weekly car payment allotment at $250.20, and $250.20 is what was paid. Now, we were able to make an extra debt payment of $215. I don't quite know how. I think, as I saw money lingering from day to day or week to week, I just went in and made $75 payment, $50 payment, things like that. So the debt we had planned for this week was $351.97, and we actually paid $566.97. So we move over to the budget versus the actual, or the recap, and planned income was $1,700 even. Actual income was $1,767.52. Income saved was planned at $275. We saved $265. Income spent, which is the combination of bills and expenses, was planned at $1,147.90. We actually spent $1,022.89, and debt paid was planned at $351.97, and the actual was $566.97. We should have had a planned leftover balance of $36.79. We were actually overdrawn by $108.46. Were we actually overdrawn in our checking account? No. So I don't know what I am or am not doing correctly so that these numbers do not accurately reflect our checking account. I think what it is the checks are hitting faster than the balance can be overdrawn. That's the only logical explanation I can come up with. So we go down to the breakdown, or up to the breakdown, and 30.6% of our income for this week went towards debt. 32.9% of our income for this week went towards expenses. 22.3% of our weekly income went towards bills, and 14.3% of our weekly income went towards savings, which is up from 5.8%, I believe. We then go down to our actual log. I figured out what happened, and so I fixed that problem. And so the expenses that we logged for this week, I'm not going to go over each expense because I'm just not. But the biggest thing is just making sure that what is reflected up there is reflected down here. I do make a point of going in to make a note of when we have more income for whatever reason, like overtime or something we earned in a side hustle. When we go over in a particular category, I also make a note of that just for reflection. So you see that, we had our savings, our income, our savings. None of the categories, I think, anytime we eat at fast food restaurants, I really want to make a habit of logging the amount if like it is in multiple transactions, because the lump sum just shows up in the budget category. But for this week, I think oh no, I did it. So Chick-fil-A, we had $24.70 one night, and then miscellaneous. I like to, dog food, income, savings, debt, groceries. Breaks for William was a miscellaneous expense. Savings, child support, movie tickets. So this was the date night. $15.99 in movie tickets, and then $13.22 for snacks. The beauty maintenance was, like I said, edge control. Another miscellaneous charge was tights for church. Another miscellaneous charge was my medications. And then fast food again, Dunkin' Donuts breakfast. And then because we haven't been cooking, my husband went for lunch, and then hibachi. So those were the transactions that I was able to log. I love doing this, and I look forward to logging the transactions the next day. So that has been helpful in holding us accountable and keeping us on track. In the future, I just need to make sure my husband is more involved in like all of the budgeting. I'm trying to incorporate budget meetings, but it's just not a priority to him. He wants to have the conversation when like the answer is no to something. And by the time I have to tell him no, or no, it's not in the budget for this week, but I can put it in the budget for next week, or we can sit down and figure out how to make that happen, he's already defensive, and it's not a very productive conversation. And we just refuse to argue over money. If you've been here for a while, our expenses were separate, and because they were separate, we didn't argue over money, and I just don't want to do it now. So we don't argue over money, but we're also not talking as much as we should be about our money and it being together. But we are still on the same page as far as our financial plan and our financial goals. So that is our budget for week 4 of January. We have one more week remaining, and I will share that in the following week, as well as my January budget closeout, February's budget, January's debt update. So quite a few more videos coming down the pipeline. Again, I do release videos every Sunday and Wednesday. I'm getting much better because I'm batch recording, as you can see, because I have on the same shirt from the previous 2 videos. So that is it for January week 4. If you have any questions or comments about how I'm budgeting, what I'm using to budget, why I'm budgeting this way, please be sure to ask them. I'm always open to constructive criticism about how I'm budgeting. So be sure to list that down in the comment section. If you are looking for this budget template, I did order it from Etsy, and that link is in the comment section below. That is it. That is it for January week 4. Thank you so very much for watching. If you are inspired and informed by my journey, be sure to follow and turn on the notification bell to be notified every time I post a video, release a video on Wednesdays and Sundays. And if you want to donate to my debt-free journey, my 6-figure debt-free journey, there is a Buy Me a Coffee link. And if you do that, I will be sure to shout you out in the next video. So I really appreciate you for watching. Bye for now.